Let's get straight to the point. The days of buying a gun, shooting it for 2 years, and selling it for a profit are officially over. If you have been tracking the used market or browsing the consignment racks lately, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The market has shifted gears. We went from a starving market where buyers would pay anything to a saturated market where specific platforms are sitting collecting dust. We are seeing a major correction. And I'm not talking about weird, obscure imports. I am talking about household names. Guns that were flying off the shelves just a few years ago are now effectively paperweights in terms of resale value. Supply chains caught up, technology moved forward, and wallets got tighter. So, if you have one of these 10 firearms in your safe, do not take it personally. I am just the guy reading the price tags. Here are 10 guns that have absolutely tanked in value as we head deeper into 2025. Number 10. Heritage Rough Rider. Kicking off our list, at number 10, we have the Heritage Rough Rider. Look, I get the appeal. It is a single-action rimfire that costs less than a tank of gas. It is the perfect gateway drug for anyone who grew up on Westerns and wants to spin a cylinder without dropping mortgage money on a Colt. But in 2025, the resale value on these things is practically non-existent. It is a classic case of market flooding. During the buying panic, people bought these things by the crate because they were cheap and available. We are talking about the 16-inch buntline models, the bird's head grips, all of it. But once the novelty of loading and ejecting one round at a time wears off, people try to sell them. And here is the math problem. A new one is often on sale for $100. By the time a buyer pays transfer fees on a used one, it is cheaper to just buy new. If you are trying to sell a used Rough Rider right now, you are basically trading it for a firm handshake. Number 9. Mossberg Patriot. At number 9, we have the Mossberg Patriot. Now, Mossberg makes the best pump shotgun on the planet, no debate. But their bolt-action rifles are having a rough year. The Patriot was built to be a working man's deer rifle, and it does that job fine. But the bolt gun market has evolved at light speed. With the release of the Ruger American Gen 2 and the upgraded Savage lines, the Patriot suddenly feels like old technology. The loose bolt tolerances and the plastic feel of the stock just do not stack up against the new competition. Modern budget buyers want threaded barrels and rigid stocks right out of the box. We are seeing racks full of traded-in Patriots in 30-06 and 270. Dealers know they sit forever, so the trade-in offers are rock bottom. Number 8. Marlin, 1895. Coming in at number 8, this one hurts me personally. The Marlin 1895 in 4570 Government. 2 years ago, this was the hottest gun in America. The tactical cowboy trend was peaking, and everyone needed a guide gun with M-lock and a suppressor. You could not touch one for under MSRP. But in 2025, 2 things happened. First, Ruger took over Marlin and started pumping out rifles that are better built than the old ones. That tanked the value of the older used models. Second, the ammo cost reality set in. 4570 is $3 to $4 a shot. A lot of guys bought the hype, shot 20 rounds, realized it hurt their shoulder and their bank account, and put it up for sale. The used market is now stacked deep with these, driving the price way down. Number 7. Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. At number 7, we have a legend that simply got old, the original Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. When this gun dropped in 2012, it owned the concealed carry market. It was the gold standard, but time waits for no one. The single-stack 9mm is officially obsolete. The market has moved entirely to the high-capacity micro-compacts like the SIG P365 and the Hellcat. Why carry a gun the same size that holds half the ammo? Once Smith & Wesson released the Shield Plus with better capacity and a better trigger, everyone dumped their Gen 1 shields. You can find these in pawn shops right now for $200 all day long. Great gun, terrible resale value. Number 6. Keltec Sub 2000. Number 6 is the Keltec Sub 2000, specifically the Gen 2. This was the go-to backpack gun for years. It folds in half, takes Glock mags, very cool concept. but Keltec killed their own product by releasing the Gen 3. The Gen 3 has a twisting forend that lets you fold the gun without taking your optic off. That one feature made the Gen 2 instantly annoying by comparison. Nobody wants to mess with expensive flip mounts or lose their zero every time they pack their bag. Combine that with the harsh blowback recoil that feels like getting punched in the cheek, and you have a recipe for a stagnant used market. Owners are upgrading to the Gen 3 or the Smith & Wesson FPC, leaving the Gen 2s behind. Number 5. Taurus Judge. Breaking into the top 5, we have the Taurus Judge. This gun is the ultimate example of marketing versus physics. For years, people bought this thinking a 410 shotgun shell out of a revolver was the ultimate car stopper. But the ballistic data is out, and it is not pretty. Birdshot out of a short barrel barely scratches the paint, and buckshot spreads into a different zip code at 7 yards. It is a fun range toy to blow up watermelons, but it is huge, heavy, and holds 5 rounds. Once the novelty fades, people realize it is impractical for carry. Shooters are dumping these for high-capacity 9mm, and the Judge is facing a life sentence in the used cabinet. Number 4. Savage Axis. At number 4, we have the original Savage Axis. I am talking about the Gen 1 models here. This was the Walmart special for a decade. And to be fair, Savage barrels are accurate, but the rest of this rifle is rough. The stock flexes so much it can touch the barrel, and the trigger is heavy and gritty. In 2025, 50 extra bucks gets you a rifle that is 10 times better. The market for bottom-tier bolt guns has shifted up. Dealers hate taking these in on trade because there is zero margin on a gun that retails for pennies. If you have a Gen 1 Axis, just shoot the barrel out, because you are not getting your money back. Number 3. Glock 43. Coming in at number 3, the Glock 43. Not the X, the standard single stack. This gun was the most requested Glock in history, and for a minute, it was king. But today, it is a fossil. The standard 43 holds 6 rounds. 6. In a world of 15-round micro-compacts, that just does not cut it anymore. To make it competitive, you have to buy magazine extensions, which makes the grip just as long as the higher capacity models. Everyone is trading these in for the 43X or the P365. The supply of used 43s is massive, and the demand is zero. Number 2. Springfield XMD Elite. Number 2 is a bit of a tragedy. The Springfield XMD Elite. Mechanically, this pistol is a beast. Great trigger, super reliable. But Springfield murdered its value by releasing the Echelon. The Echelon is the future. Chassis system, low-bore axis, no grip safety. It made the XD line look like ancient technology overnight. It is like trying to sell a DVD player in the streaming era. People look at the high-bore axis and that grip safety and just walk away. You can pick these up for a fraction of what they cost new, because everyone wants the Echelon. Number 1. CZ Scorpion EVO 3. And finally, the undisputed champion of lost value in 2025, the CZ Scorpion EVO 3. 3 years ago, if you didn't own a Scorpion, you weren't even trying. It was the king of the 9mm carbines. But the fall from grace has been brutal. First, the CZ3 Plus model made the magazines and ergonomics of the older generation obsolete. But the real killer is the bolt wear issue. The internet is full of photos of soft factory bolts peening over and causing catastrophic failures. Even if it is rare, the fear is real. Buyers are terrified to touch a used Scorpion unless it has a $300 aftermarket bolt installed. Combine that with stiff competition from the Strybog and the AKV, and the Scorpion has gone from hero to zero faster than any gun on this list. There you have it, the new top 10 list of firearms that the market left behind. If you are buying, it is a great time to snag a deal. If you are selling, well, good luck. Let me know in the comments, did I miss anything? Or are you still holding on to one of these hoping the price comes back? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay sharp.